Yet another Omega Moon Swatch has arrived. Is this one the one to get, or have they finally jumped the shark? Or maybe they jumped the shark a really long time ago. We're gonna explore all of that today. It is 1:20 p.m. Let's get down to business. Alright, this episode is brought to you by the Time Teller Shop, where I have one of my personal watches for sale. I'm not going to tell you which one, you're going to have to go over there and check it out, but I'm selling it at an extreme discount. Alright, so this new Moon Swatch, Mission to the Moon Phase, that's what Swatch is calling it. This one features Snoopy on the dial, and I don't know if you've been living under a rock, but any Speedmaster with Snoopy on the dial goes for big money, and people line up around the block to get one. So, when you pair the hype around Snoopy Speedmasters and you combine it with the hype around just a normal Moon Swatch, I mean, this thing, people's heads are going to explode. I think the funniest thing about this release is that it's celebrating 2 years of the Moon Swatch collaborations, and this just goes to show you that, like, it is a blatant money grab and they're not even trying to hide it at this point, because 2 years is a very strange kind of benchmark. Swatch has finally sent a team to come after me. But jokes aside, it does seem kind of strange that they're celebrating 2 years, because you'd think, okay, maybe 5 years they should celebrate it. Definitely 10 years they can celebrate it, but 2 years? That's just, I don't know, it's weird. Do I think this one looks nice? I actually do like the white kind of bioceramic and the white dial. I think it's cool. I like the contrast, white and black. Can't really beat that. I enjoy Snoopy on the dial, although I don't really, I don't really care. I've never been a huge fan of the Snoopy Speedies. I suppose the difficulty here when we're talking about this watch, or any of the Moon Swatches for that matter, is that I really have to temper my language, because on one end, I understand if you're someone who is a fan of wristwatches and you're a fan of the history that is the Omega Speedmaster, but you don't have the money to spend on a full-fledged, full-fat Omega Speedmaster, I understand wanting to get your hands on one of these Omega Swatch collaborations. And I do think that this specific one looks cool, and it's a little bit more dynamic with the, rotating Snoopies on the dial. But I don't want you to confuse my words with kind of buying into the hype and telling you that you should go out and spend exorbitant amounts of money on this watch because you have to have one and go support the scalpers. No, scalpers, resellers, they're still going to have a field day with pretty much any release when it comes to these Swatch collaborations, whether it be any of these Moon Swatches or any of the Blancpain. It's a field day for scalpers. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to judge any of you out there who want one of these Moon Swatches, who want one of these collaboration pieces. It's no skin off my back. Doesn't affect me at all. As long as you are smart about how you acquire these and you don't break your back trying to get one and you don't spend exorbitant amounts of money supporting these stupid resellers, go crazy, have fun, get your watch. The interesting thing to me is when we go to the Hodinkee article about this newest release and we scroll down to the comment section. Now, I will be, again, honest that it does seem heavily one-sided. Most people are kind of goofing on this watch and rolling their eyes and expressing frustration that yet another Moon Swatch money grab is here. But we are seeing a sampling from the other side as well. A lot of people really enjoy this release. And I don't know if it's just this release or people truly enjoy these Moon Swatches just in general. Well, let's read a few comments. Now, the funniest thing is the first comment that was posted 2 hours ago is someone by the name Furby369. And they literally have a shark with a motorcycle. I think that is denoting a shark being jumped. But then we have someone else right under that says, funny how a slight difference can be so important. I thought the original Mission watches were cool, but not enough to justify paying a premium for them, and certainly not enough to spend a day in line. I do love this one though. I'd normally shy away from all white anything. I have kids, so nothing stays clean for long, but there's something about it that feels appropriate here, like wearing black and white newspaper comics on the wrist. I'm sold. So clearly someone out there really does appreciate this release specifically. One of my favorite comments, though, is under that one where someone wrote, "Gasp! Anyways." So that's kind of most people's sentiment here in the comment section. People are like, anyway, another one? Why are we even excited at this point? Someone else writes, "Another fun watch from Swatch." So people do enjoy this. So it's funny whenever Omega announces one of these Moon Swatch releases or the Blancpain releases, people will send it to my inbox asking me to give them an opinion. And the truth is, I don't think I've seen one that has really changed my opinion, like, "Oh, we have to get this, guys, go out, buy this one right now." And I don't think there ever will be one of these releases that really makes me say, "Oh my gosh, I need it." So this one, I kind of categorize with the other ones. Like, I think this one is inoffensive in its design and its presentation. Like, it has Snoopy on the dial, has a nice contrast. I do enjoy the white case, white dial. Would I personally go out and buy one? Probably not. It's not the kind of watch that I would want to wear, as far as, bioceramic case and it just being kind of a novelty piece. But I'm not going to judge anyone out there who genuinely appreciates this and wants to get it at a reasonable price. But let me know what you think, guys. Are you interested in this release? Is this the best one yet, or have they jumped the shark? The next thing I want to bring up with you guys, for anyone still watching, is that I've kind of changed something in my personal collection, and it is pertaining to this watch, my G-Shock GBDH 2001A. Now, this watch I still would recommend for someone who wants to get into a fitness tracker, who's interested in G-Shocks and kind of wants one thing. This is the best of both worlds. However, for me, I've noticed to really get all the bells and whistles and to really get the full extent of this watch's functionality, you have to wear it all the time, because for it to track your sleep, you have to have it on your wrist. For it to track your workouts, of course, you have to have it on your wrist. And for me to get all of the functionality, to wear it all the time, that's just not really conducive to me as a watch collector who wants to wear, various watches. So I've chosen to go back to wearing a Whoop strap. Now, this is not a sponsored episode at all from them, but for my kind of longtime viewers, you'll recall that during the pandemic, I was very into my Whoop strap. Now, this is the newest iteration. This is the 4.0. I just got it. But this doesn't have a screen. It doesn't have any form of display. It's not really a step counter. It doesn't tell me the time or anything. It's very, very understated. It's very flat laying on the wrist, very light. It's waterproof. And it actually has a mobile charger that you kind of clip on. And this is something that I can wear on my offhand while I sleep, while I do anything. And it's just always tracking, and it does have, all the sensors there. So as someone who wants to wear a nice rotation of watches, whether it be in the gym or, I don't typically wear a watch when I sleep, this is something that I have experience with and that I've realized kind of fits in my personal kind of lifestyle, and it's just easier for me to get all the information I need without having to wear a big G-Shock on the wrist 24/7. So I know people are going to ask me questions because you guys look at my wrists all the time. You're going to say, "Oh, is the time teller wearing two watches?" I'm actually not. Again, I'm a lefty, so I wear my watch on my non-dominant wrist, which is my right wrist. So I'm wearing a Seiko Tuna today. And then on my offhand, which is my left wrist, you guys will be seeing me wearing this, which is a Whoop strap. So no display, doesn't tell you the time. It's literally just a fitness and recovery tracker. And I really like this. This one actually has blood ox and I believe skin temperature as well. So the 4.0 is worlds better than the 3.0 that I had before. But anyway, guys, just wanted to give you that little update as well. I will catch you on the next one, and yeah, I love you. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman. At the time, tell and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.